Γεια σου όλους σας, είναι ο JohnyThan εδώ και καλώς ήρθατε πίσω στο doki Literal Club, παιδιά. Την προηγούμενη φορά εγώ και η Yuri κάνουμε έτσι λίγες δουλίτσες, μαζεύαμε κάτι πράγματα και ξαφνικά ήρθε η sayori στο σπίτι μας και ήταν χαρούμενη που εγώ έκανα πολλούς φίλους μαζί της και αυτά, αλλά ξαφνικά αυτή ένιωθε ότι η καρδιά της ακόμα ήταν χωρισμένη και ήταν ακόμα στεναχωρημένη και ότι έκλαιγε και ακόμα δεν μπορούσε να καταλάβει γιατί ήταν ακόμα έτσι. Αλλά η δική μου ερώτηση, εγώ θα έλεγα ότι είναι αυτό. Είναι ότι ίσως επειδή εγώ και εκείνη δεν τα βρίσκαμε καλά, όχι, ίσως επειδή εγώ επέλεξα την Yuri, ίσως γι' αυτό αυτή θα νιώθε έτσι και θα ζήλευε. Κάπως έτσι το νιώθω ότι θα ήταν με την sayori, αλλά τέλος πάντων την επέλεξα για να την κάνω να γίνει χαρούμενη και τέτοια. Και τώρα είμαστε τώρα στο σημείο που είναι η Μόνικα και ήρθε ώρα να μάθουμε τι θα γίνει η συνέχεια εδώ. You're the first one here, ναι. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought I'd learn you. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones who prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. Nah, that's that dummy. You think that one day this important she'll try a little harder? Don't be so. Don't be so. I said that, but I suddenly remember what sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. Nah, you see, but maybe I should have gone to walk her up after all. Nah. You should take a little responsibility for her, John. I mean, especially after your exchanged with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchanged. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammered embarrassment. Did sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? Sorry, they came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is really printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poem from the ones they're performing during our practice. What's this? I flipped sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my Okay, get out of my head είναι όλο. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head. I listened to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head. I finished writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a bit in my stomach. John? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Nah. But, more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Okay. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Nah. Monica calls that out after all. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder before Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Walking her up in her own house? Nah, πότε δείχνει, πίσω να είναι καλά. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori! Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Τι στο καλό, Sayori! Sayori, τι στο καλό! An inspection has occupied field. Sheet mark for details. Τι έγινε με τη Sayori? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? A nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can't be real. Sayori won't do this. Everything was normal, but until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the anger to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Ναι, γιατί να το κάνει αυτό? Why would she do this? Ναι, γιατί? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I should have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the lecture club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. Nah. But I still couldn't do what she needed for me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 And... ώστε όλα έτσι τελειώνουνε. Πεθαίνει η sayori στο τέλος. Τι στο καλό ήταν αυτό. Wow, τι στο καλό είναι αυτό. Μισό, γιατί είμαστε έτσι. Doki, τι στο καλό. Περίμενε, είμαστε ακόμα στο σωμένο file και αυτά, αλλά... Οκ, συνεχίζουμε εδώ. Τι είναι όλο αυτό. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Αχ, μα πού είναι η sayori, υποθέτω θα είναι αυτή. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Η sayori, υποθέτω, αλλά δεν δείχνει το όνομά της. You know, the kind of friend you've never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would overslept more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running anyway. However, I just sigh and ideal in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Δεν δείχνεις καν το όνομά της, είναι σαν... Τι στο καλό ήταν αυτό τώρα. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Morning are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends group walking to school together. Τελικά sayori χάθηκε. Θα προχωράω μόνος μου και απλώς θα κάνω τις φαντασίες μου. Τι γίνεται τώρα. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. Nah, I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Nah, ισχύει. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. John? Wow, just Monica! Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. Έχεις δει που είναι sayori? Έχεις ακούσει τι έγινε με τη sayori? Έχει πεθάνει. It's been a while, right? Ναι. Έχεις ακούσει τα νέα? Sayori πέθανε. Ah. Yeah. It has. Monica smiles, sweetie. Uh-huh. We do know each other well. We rarely take, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, attractive. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any constructions paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. No. You're in a debate club, right? No. About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quiet? You quit? Oh, you quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Litro club. Litro? No, that sounds kind of dull. Ναι, όπως η sayori με ήθελε να έρθω στο κλαμπ της, αλλά τώρα χάθηκε. How many members do you have so far? Ναι. Τι, ξέρεις πολύ καλά για ποιο πράγμα μιλά, Μόνικα. It kinds of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. 3 of us? Εννοείς 4, γιατί είναι η Yuri, η Natsuki και η sayori. Η Yuri, η Natsuki και η sayori. Εσείς οι 4 είστε. Τι εννοείς ότι είστε εσείς οι 3? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insisted that manga is literature too. No. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Ναι. Τελικά δεν πρέπει να σκεφτόμαστε τώρα για την sayori που πέθανε. Και γιατί το έκανε αυτό στον εαυτό της. Τώρα το μόνο πράγμα που θα σκεφτόμαστε είναι αυτοί οι 3. Περίεργο. And besides, a member right, is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey John, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Αυτό είναι από την αρχή που κάναμε με τη sayori, υποθέτω. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά τώρα. I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? Okay, I would ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reasons to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? No. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome! You're really sweet, John, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the material another time. You're more important. Okay. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irrepressible smile. No. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being genuinely used for third year class and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Στο καλό, girl 1. Τι συμβαίνει με το doki doki τώρα? I guessed. Seriously, you brought a boy? Και πού είναι sayori? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, John. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredible cute girls. Nah. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? Oi. No, I'm not. Ναι, δεν είμαι. Είδες. Natsuki. The girl with the sure attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one of I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Τι? Μα νόμιζα ότι εσύ ήσουν ο πρόεδρος. Τώρα η Yuri είναι ο πρόεδρος. It's nice to meet you. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά. Yuri, who appears incomparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Nah. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά εδώ πέρα. Πιστεύετε ότι θα έκανε το τα, όχι αυτή τη ψήμου φορά. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά σήμερα. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά. Yeah, it's nice to meet you, both of you. So, I ran into John in our classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Ναι, isn't that great? Ναι, αλλά μας λείπει ένα άτομο, sayori, γιατί υποθέτω ήμασταν όλοι 5 άτομα. Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? Nah. I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. Nah. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Okay, Yuri. Ό,τι θες να πεις, αφού είσαι μόνο τώρα εσύ και όχι Natsuki και όχι κανένας άλλος. Γιατί τώρα νιώθω ότι θέλω να κλάψω. Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, John? The girls have a few desk arms to from a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still, feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Laughter Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Φυσικά. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the efforts to smart, sometimes brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. No. You know, you have to work hard to convince people to you're both fun and worthwhile. But in mech school, even like the festival, that much more important. I'm convicted that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. No, such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. No. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the tampon in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. Okay, Yuri, after all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ναι, χωρίς να έχεις κάποιον που μεγάλωσες όταν ήσουν μικρός όπως η Sayori. I guess. Don't let yourself get irritated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Instead, Yuri looks away. I mean, Dad, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Nah. Yuri fantasy smiles to herself in relief. Xiaojian, what kind of things do you like to read? Ό,τι για εσένα σου αρέσει, Yuri. Τώρα που δεν είναι πια εδώ Sayori και όλα είναι από την αρχή να μαντέψω και υποθέτω θα πρέπει να ήμασταν όλες οι τέσσερις, όλες εσείς οι τέσσερις, ενώ ξαφνικά είστε μόνο εσείς οι τρεις. Τι μου συνέβη? Well, considering how little I've read this part a few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like that she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? What? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Okay. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foraging world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her confront in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physical element usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how I written can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to complete through you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grabs something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Haha, I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really? If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surely horror is often very successfully at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Ναι. Και εγώ το μισώ να πω την αλήθεια, αλλά πρέπει να το κάνω έτσι κυρίως για να σας εντυπωσιάσω. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrapped paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You would like them? Not a very confident written yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Πόσο τώρα το παίζουμε? Okay, έχουμε ακόμα πολλά λεπτά. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The trust of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your visual and showing even the deepest richness of your heart. Do you have written expressions too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. No. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Well, we all sit in a silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? D. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That's why everyone is even. Ναι, τώρα τι... I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Νομίζω ότι είναι καλή ιδέα αυτή, Μόνικα. Αυτό το έχουμε ξανακάνει αυτό πριν πολύ καιρό που ήμασταν με την sayori. Τώρα κάτι δεν πάει καλά και ξεκινάμε πάλι από την αρχή, υποθέτω, χωρίς την sayori. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά τώρα. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to practice together. I did decided to take on the responsibility of the vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, John? Hold on, there is still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I basically called forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thoughts. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Ναι, αυτό ήταν από την αρχή. But I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchanged glance before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, John. Την αλήθεια? Πες μου την αλήθεια τότε. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. Αυτό είναι καινούριο. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... Ναι, πες. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the Laughter Club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, John? Yeah. Θα έρθω στο κλαμπ σας, γιατί όχι. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Αλήθεια. Okay, τότε Νασούκι. John, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. No. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assessment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. John, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my writing skills? I already feel the excitedly welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Μα πού είναι η Sayori? Κάτι δεν πάει καλά τώρα. Well, will I really be happy spending every day after school in a lecture club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Nah. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Fysika. I can't convince myself to go to a therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep things up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to... No! Δεν ήθελα να το κάνω αυτό. Fuck. Να πάρει. Και καταρχήν πόσο λεπτό το κάνουμε? 39 λεπτά, οκ, θα επιλέξουμε κάποιες από αυτές εδώ και πήγαμε. Joy, γιατί όχι. Vanilla. Ας διαλέξουμε όποιον να είναι τώρα. Horror, γιατί υποθέτω λες εσύ σε αυτό. Rose, γιατί όχι. Marriage, ok. Jumpy. Δεν πειράζει. Pain. Okay, γιατί όχι. Fear. Και αυτό μας κάνει. Judgment. Ναι. Fantasy. Okay. Beauty. Chocolate. Okay, γιατί όχι. Imaginations. Και καταρχήν δεν είναι sayori εδώ. Τι στο καλό, γιατί είναι μόνο Yuri και Natsuki. Misfortune, και αυτό μου ακούγεται καλό. Marshmallow. Okay, γιατί όχι. Okay. Nep. Death. Together. Και αυτό. Δεν ξέρω. Απλώς θα το πούμε έτσι. Hi again, John. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Lytra Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Τι στο καλό ήταν αυτό. Thanks for keeping your promise, John. I hope this isn't too overwhelmed filming of my commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into lighter when you're not according to it. Sorry. Στο καλό γίνεται. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Τι λέει? Suki have a big mouth for someone who keeps collecting in the... Γιατί είσαι καταρχήν εκεί, ενώ θα πρέπει να είσαι εκεί. Natsuki found herself stuck between Saint Monica and manga. Manga is laughter. Swiftly defected, Natsuki plods back into her seat. I'm sorry, John. Δεν πειράζει. We'll make sure to put your confront first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait. Και κάτι περίεργο συμβαίνει τώρα με την οθόνη μου. Είμαι εγώ ή κάτι συμβαίνει με την οθόνη μου τώρα? I didn't mean it like that. Και μουσική κάτι δεν πάει καλά. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I'm just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left alone, no, left out, excuse me. So I pick out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Nah. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Δεν ξέρω, ίσως επειδή θα της αρέσω γι' αυτό. She even picked out a book she think I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you know, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everything's settled in expression Monica to kick off some schedule activities for the club. No. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her instant expressions like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is running around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sinks another glimpse at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Nah, τι θέλεις. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. Ναι, και λέω να το σώσω μέχρι εδώ. Empty? Περίεργο. Θα το πάω εδώ. Γιατί κάτι δεν πάει καλά τώρα. Γιατί γράφει page empty και αυτά. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά. Είδαμε τη Sayori να πεθαίνει, να πνίγεται. Και ξαφνικά ξεκινάμε όλα πάλι από την αρχή. Αλλά αυτή τη φορά ένα πράγμα. Λείπει Sayori. Αλλά γιατί? Γυρίσαμε πίσω από την αρχή και κάτι περίεργο συμβαίνει τώρα. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά. Και είπε κάτι για τον Yuri Natsuki. Υπάρχει και ένας φάκελος με τους χαρακτήρες και δείχνει ότι Sayori λείπει. Περίεργο. Κάτι δεν πάει καλά τώρα. Τέλος πάντων, εγώ θα το σταματήσω μέχρι εδώ. Θα μάθουμε στη συνέχεια τι θα γίνει. Θα μάθουμε σε λίγο τι θα γίνει στη συνέχεια. Ξεκινάμε πάλι από την αρχή να μαντέψω. Αλλά δεν ξέρω τι ακριβώς θα γίνει στη συνέχεια. Θα το μάθουμε σιγά σιγά τι θα γίνει στη συνέχεια. Κάτι περίεργο συμβαίνει και δεν ξέρω τι, αλλά θα το μάθουμε σιγά σιγά τι θα γίνει. Τέλος πάντων, μια εγγραφή και ένα like, παιδιά. Συγγνώμη τώρα που αργώ. Και πάντοτε θα σας δω στο επόμενο βίντεο. Γεια σας!